Good morning, TeraBYTEs. Today is Thursday, March 9th, 2023. My name is Mr. Cannon, and this is NewsBYTEs. You're stuck with me for 23. Welcome to NewsBYTEs. My name is still Mr. Cannon. First, I would like to start with an apology. A terrible lineup of 3-day school weeks and a sick tech integrationist means it's been a while since our last broadcast. That's right, Mr. Cannon. We're sorry that we have not been able to provide you with the hilarious antics and witty repartee that you've become accustomed to. So, rather than leave you with another week of no NewsBYTEs, Mr. Cannon and I are putting together a mini-episode, chock full of Mr. Cannon goodness, and a segment or two I have been holding in my hard drive for a rainy day. And, since it hasn't rained much, I decided to pull them out for a snowy day instead. We've had a lot more of those lately. So, let's kick off this episode with What's New, New Code? Knock, knock. Who's there? Watson. Watson who? That's right, Watson New Code. My name is Watson New, and I am here to bring you the latest in New Code Academy happenings. Congratulations, you made it through parent-teacher conferences. Next up is MCA testing, which I know all of you are extremely excited about. What? You're not excited about testing? I thought all middle school students loved testing. Well, maybe not. But I know what everybody does love, and that's hearing from Ms. Brower, our program administrator.
Good morning, New Code Middle. Bruno and I are here to say good morning, and we hope you're having a good week and that your weekend goes well. But what I really want to talk about is that there are 2 more weeks of this quarter left. And when there are 2 weeks of the quarter left, that means you need to get serious about completing work and turning work in, right? So for those of you who are super far behind, we want you to make as much progress as you can. We want you to work on it. Don't just give up and say, oh, I'm too far behind. That's not true. You have time. You've got ASEM. You have your teachers available to meet with you and help you at any time. Is he falling asleep? That's funny. This is a weird dog, guys. You have your teachers there to help you. You have got your family members around to help you. You could say, hey, remind me, I have to get this turned in, right? We know you can do it, but you've got to dig in and you've got to do it. All right, middle schoolers? So I want to see every single one of you making a concerted effort to complete that work and get it turned in. And not turned in on the very last minute of the very last day, but turned in so that your teachers have time to grade and give you your scores back. Okay, that's it. Bruno, you got anything for him? Let's see. Anything, buddy? I guess not. Okay, bye, New Code Middle. We'll see you soon.
Well, this has been Watson New with Watson New Code. Back to Mr. Cannon for something old. Hey, what's that supposed to mean, Watson? Are you calling me old? The only thing old about me is my jokes. Wait, that didn't come out right. You can say that again. I wouldn't say you were old, Mr. Cannon, but when you were young, rainbows were black and white. I wouldn't say you were old, Mr. Cannon, but the key Benjamin Franklin used for his kite was the key to your first apartment. I wouldn't say you were old, Mr. Cannon, but okay, enough, I get the point. In an attempt to change the subject, let's take a look at this week's weather. Welcome to TeraBYTE Weather. My name is Ray Norshine. And it looks like there won't be much of either in the forecast this week. We'll be sitting in the 30s for a high all week, with chances of snow today Saturday, and Wednesday. The rest of the time, there will be quite a few clouds in the sky. But keep your heads up, TeraBYTEs. The snowy weather can't last forever. Back to you, Mr. Cannon. Thanks, Ray. Wait, I just got it. Ray nor shine. Rain or shine. You know, that's a good one. Now you're cooking, Mr. Cannon. Speaking of cooking, let's check out what Edyn has for us this week.
Hi, and welcome to Eating with Edyn. I'm Edyn, and for this week we're going to be traveling to Italy and trying their version of a hot chocolate. Now, for this recipe you'll need 3.5 ounces of dark chocolate, and make sure it's a good quality and it's chopped in small pieces. 2.5 tablespoons of cocoa powder, 1 teaspoon of cornstarch, 2 tablespoons of sugar, one cup and 1 tablespoon of milk. And next you will need, and for your equipment you will need 1 whisk, your 1 tablespoon measurement, your 1 teaspoon measurement, your 1/4 cup measurement, and 2 small or medium bowls, and then you will need a pot. Now let's get started. Okay, so now for your first step, you're going to take one of these two or small medium bowls. You're going to take 1/4 cup of milk and your 1 teaspoon of cornstarch, and add them together now. Now you're just going to lightly stir them together using your whisk, and now set that off to the side. Next step is to take your other bowl and add your 2.5 tablespoons of cocoa powder, and then add your 2 tablespoons of your sugar too. Now add your 2 tablespoons of sugar. Okay, so now you're going to turn on the stove. Make sure you have your small medium pot. And for this part, you're going to add your 3/4 cups of milk and your 1 tablespoon of milk too. So, now for this part, you're going to let it boil, and until it hits boiling, reduce heat to low after that. Okay, next, my milk has reached a boil, so now I'm going to add the milk cornstarch mixture to it. And then slowly mix it together just for a little bit. And now you're going to add your cocoa mix, your cocoa and sugar mix together, and add it nice and slowly. Meanwhile, while stirring as you add. So just lightly stir it in between each time you put the mixture in. Now this is the last one. Okay, now you're going to mix it until it gets smooth. Okay, so now the milk and the cocoa mixture has smoothed out. Now I can add my cocoa and my chocolate, and then I just stir it together until it melts and becomes thick, and then I can serve it and enjoy it. See, this is what the consistency should look like. It should look like melted chocolate. It should be so like heaven almost feeling. So now we're going to pour these into the cups and enjoy them then. Now we brought the camera closer so you could see what it looks like and how thick it is. Ooh. Oh, look Look at how delicious that looks. Okay, now we're gonna try. That is so amazing. I can't believe how thick that is. I love it so much. So remember to take a bite, or in my case, a delicious sip out of hot chocolate. We'll see you all next week. Bye.
Sounds delicioso. Mwah! You know, Mr. Cannon, food always sounds better when accompanied by the appropriate hand gesture. Makes sense. People have been communicating with their hands for ages. Let's check in with Hunter to show us a few more ASL signs so we can communicate better as well. Good idea. I could use all the help I can get.
So this would be New Code Academy. This is new, right? Kind of like scooping almost. New. So new code. There's a lot of different ways to sign code, but personally I'd say New Code Academy. So just like school, because like school and academy are synonyms, so like they mean the same thing. So instead of having to like spell out academy, you could just New Code School, New Code Academy. Or you could just do NCA. My voice. NCA. You do that too.
Just in time here with your TeraBYTE brain teaser. Take a look at these two lines. Which line is longer? Go ahead, take a closer look. Which line is longer? I'll tell you the answer at the end of the episode. Had a hair in today for Bosco for a hair-raising story from Portland, Maine, where a man has been sentenced to probation for the illegal trapping of wild hares. The man organized a hair-capturing ring that would transport the animals and sell them without a permit. The judge gave the man 1 year probation, a fine of $10,000, and restitution to the state of Maine in the amount of $1,843. You know, Mr. Cannon, that seems awfully steep for a hair transplant. You should know, right, Mr. Cannon? This has been Head of Hair in for Bosco. Back to my cousin, Lack of Hair, in the studio. Very funny, Head of Hair. Well, before I blind everyone with the glare coming off my head, we're just in time for today's brain teaser. I'm just in time, back with the answer to today's brain teaser. Your challenge was to guess which line was longer. You probably picked this one. But the answer is neither. They are the same length. The arrow directions messes with your brain, making you think one line is longer than the other. But it really isn't. See? Same size. Did you get it? Well, that brings us to the end of this week's episode of NewsBYTEs. You're stuck with me for 23. Thanks for putting up with me. Thanks for watching. Join us next week when our regular crew is back with their non-stop hilarity. Wow, Mr. Cannon, talk about no pressure. Now I have to script something really good. Gonna be hard considering how old you say me and my jokes are. So old. So old, in fact, that your original driver's license was written in hieroglyphics. So that's old. Enough. Thanks for watching, and remember, take a bite out of learning. Shh, one more. So old, in fact, your first job was to help invent fire. Okay, I'm done.